Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bailey from Glowsilv Games.
Okay, and I'm Jordan from Comcept Games.
And, Jordan got into the beta for Mighty No.9, and he's allowed me to play it a bit. So, we're going to give our thoughts on how the game plays and all that kind of stuff. So, Jordan, you played it first, so take it away.
So, just really quick before we go ahead and start giving opinions on it, I just want to state, though, just keep in mind that the footage you're seeing is an unfinished single level, an unfinished game with unfinished graphics, unfinished gameplay, etc., etc.
Everything is subject to change.
Yes, based on when the final actual game comes out. So what you're seeing probably in the footage here is basically the start of the level is really actually interesting. The mechanics of the level, beta, I guess, are very actually
very different
than you would expect from the final game. But
from like, if you're just like coming into the game like not knowing and expecting it to be Mega Man, you're going to be very surprised because it is not like Mega Man.
No, not at all. The entire game works completely differently. You do see, of course, the Mega Man
jump and shoot stuff.
Yeah, jump shoot stuff, and like the other stuff could like how the mighty numbers and everything are, and the enemies and stuff like that. Except for the one thing that I really liked about it was how the new dash mechanics work.
Yeah. So for people who don't know, and as you can see on the footage, the way Beck works is you shoot an enemy, but shooting the enemy alone doesn't kill it. You actually have to dash into them to get your score and to actually kill the enemy, or else they'll just come back. And that's the case with every enemy in the game. And it's actually pretty fast, surprisingly. Some enemies are colored differently, so like you can see there are some red ones, some green ones, some blue ones. The blue ones, from what I can tell, just add to your score. The red ones give you shots, like your bullets pass through enemies and hit the enemies behind them, which is really nice.
They're like fire shots.
Yeah, that too. And the green increases your movement speed, which is really awesome.
It really is. Like the approach they've taken on the I guess they're not upgrades, but I guess power-ups in this case is actually a really interesting concept to put in I guess it's a side-scrolling 3D or
2.5D platform.
2.5D.
Yeah. The interesting thing is that the power-ups are more than just power-ups. They've actually like become kind of integral to the gameplay, you know, and it's really nice because you don't have to like the power-ups don't do anything bad to you. Like there's no penalty for having the power-up. It's good stuff and nothing but good stuff.
I haven't really tested it in like full or anything, but I do really like the power-ups what they are anyway, though. For sure.
It works extremely well. You can always count on like Inti Creates and KG Inafune to like give you very interesting Mega Man clones, you know.
This is true, but the thing is, I think they actually taken a lot from their last game. Gunvolt, Mighty Gunvolt, or Azure Striker Gunvolt, yeah. Pardon me. Actually has a lot of those kind of, techniques to it. Azure Striker Gunvolt, if you guys don't know, it was the game that was just released on 3DS only, digital only as well. It's basically the first game from Inti Creates and Inafune after coming back with the leading Capcom. It's a really good game, and I can see where they actually use some of Azure Striker Gunvolt's gameplay elements in the game itself. The movement system is a lot like Gunvolt's. Like the dashes is a lot like Gunvolt's as well.
Just like the way they feel and stuff.
The way it feels like Gunvolt doesn't have a constant dash. Not just like Beck doesn't. You have to hit the button multiple times. The same with Gunvolt. Other than Gunvolt is not immune while he's dashing, like Beck is.
Well, Beck isn't necessarily immune while he's dashing, just immune to enemy like contact damage.
Yeah, exactly.
You can still get shot, and you can still like get crushed or whatever and blown up by explosive barrels and stuff like that.
Story-wise, well, the thing is, they didn't really give us much story in the beta.
Yeah.
They gave us maybe a couple. I guess they're not even voiced, but a couple text scenes.
Yeah, throughout the level, you see some like text boxes from on like the bottom of the screen that just like show some of the characters, like Dr. Sanda and Call and Dr. Dr. Wright?
Yeah, Dr. something or other.
White, Dr. White.
Yeah.
And also, for some reason, I'm not really sure why, but Mighty Number 2, who I don't know the name of, other than
he's just Mighty Number 2.
Okay. Well,
at this point in time, because I don't think he has a name yet.
Okay. So like for some reason he shows up in the background twice in this level, and I don't really know why. It seems very strange that he's going to be like that, but it appears he's going to be a sort of like story important character, which I'm not really sure how that's going to work.
I think, like I said, I think it has something to do with his design, and I believe that Mighty Number 2 is designed kind of drawn and designed to look like a baby.
Yeah.
So I guess he acts like a kid, and I'm assuming that's why he's in the level that they put him there, was kind of to show off that's what he is. Because if you noticed any of his text, he kind of talks like a kid.
Yeah, but my question is, why did they put him in Mighty Number 5's level?
Well, that's probably a story thing that we won't know because of it being a beta.
And that's why I think Mighty Number 2 might be kind of more story, like a more important character to the story somehow, because he seems to just be showing up in places he doesn't necessarily belong, which is weird.
But I mean, what can you do? I mean, they put him in there for a reason. I mean, like I said before, this is unfinished completely.
Yeah.
But he must be there for a reason.
He has to be. Like, it's undeniable. Well, is there anything else you want to praise about the game?
Praise about the game? Well, I mean, it's just it's in comparison to a normal Mega Man game, it's actually I really like this. This is coming from a Mega Man speedrunner. It's a fast game.
It's incredibly fast.
It's a fast game, and I love it.
Yeah, when I saw the initial footage for this game, I was afraid it's going to be like really slow and like a little too much like Mega Man Powered Up or something, which is a good game, but it's also kind of a slow game. But from what I've played, it's just like it's so much faster. It's comparable in speed-wise to Mega Man X. While the dashing doesn't quite work the same, in fact, I kind of like the dashing in this game a bit better than in Mega Man X.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, it just feels really good to move that fast.
Yeah. Oh, well, don't forget, though, you can actually direct Beck's dash downwards as well.
Oh, you can?
Yeah, if you hold down and hit the dash button, you can direct Beck's dash downwards.
Okay, see, one of my complaints about the game was one of my, like, the things that I thought that needed to be added was like a way to shoot and like capture or whatever it's called to enemies that are below you. So like there was some footage that I recorded of like there was one like you come into the room and there are conveyor belts on the ground. Mm-hmm. And one of them is going to the right and then down and then one on the left, one going left and then down, and so on and so forth. But one of the screw enemies is like below you, and I couldn't figure out like how to shoot him without running into those spikes, and like because the conveyor belt is pushing me in that direction. Mm-hmm. But so I couldn't figure out how to shoot him for one thing. But it's also nice to know that I could have captured him if I somehow figured out how to shoot him.
Yeah.
Just by going downwards.
Beck's dash can go down.
I felt like there should have been a way to like activate the dash like effect you get when you capture enemies, you know, while you're dashing. I felt like there should have been a way to activate that while you're falling. but yeah, I didn't know that you could dash downwards. That's nice.
Yes, you can dash downwards. I think it's going to be a multi-directional dash in the final game.
Can you dash up?
I don't know. Actually, I never tried in the demo, in the beta. Pardon me.
Yeah.
But I think it might be in. It's for sure. If it's not in the beta, it's going to be in final game where you can dash upwards.
Yeah.
Yeah,
probably.
The one thing that I have like, there's a couple things. One of them that I don't like, and the one that we kind of both hate about it. Well, the first thing is, I miss my wall jumping. Why is my wall jumping gone?
Yeah, that's one thing that they kind of just took out because I feel like they're trying to get more of a classic Mega Man vibe out of this game.
I can tell that. It just makes me sad though, because wall jumping is so good.
Yeah, the thing is that the game wasn't really designed to have you wall jump like the X games were, or at least this level wasn't. So
yes.
Like you can like grab onto the ledges and stuff like that. But it's not the same, and it's kind of finicky from what I played. It just feels kind of weird, and I couldn't quite get the handle of it.
Well, the thing is, actually, though, think about it this way, though. The Mega Man games, you can't grab onto ledges.
Right. You can't, in the classic Mega Man games, you can't grab onto ledges. All you got is jump and land and slide. That's all you got.
Well, and X, you still can't grab onto ledges either.
Right.
Unless you're playing
but in
X7.
in that game, you can still wall jump, so that's pretty much equivalent.
Unless you're playing X7.
The less we talk about X7, the better.
This is true.
But that's a video for another day.
Yeah, that literally is.
So, are there any like nitpicks or things you didn't like about it?
I think we both agree on this already. We think that Beck should be able to take more damage.
Yeah, the game is really hard. I'm just gonna throw that out there. If you haven't played Mega Man before, this game is gonna kick your ass, and that's not a good thing. Personally, I don't think that's a good thing. We live in a time where we don't need the game to be hard, because the only reason like the Mega Man games were hard is because there wasn't like enough space on the NES cartridge to like have this fully fledged gigantic game. So they made the games extremely hard. Like Castlevania, it's an incredibly short game, but it's just super hard, so it takes longer. And we live in an age where we can make games as big as we want to. So I feel like the game should be a bit more forgiving, because Beck just takes way too much damage, especially in the Mighty No. 5 boss fight.
Yes, which you'll be seeing in the footage eventually here. But he just seems to take a lot of damage. I believe that's probably coming from the Zero series, because in the Zero series you take a shit ton of damage as well. Yeah,
those games are just unfair. Like, those games I think are genuinely unfair.
Like, if you think about it though, like I said, it is Indie Creates. They did make the Zero series. Like,
correct.
So that's where I think that came from. I don't agree with it being that like taking that much damage based on what Beck is.
Right.
Like, he's meant to dash into people. Right. So like
yeah.
I guess you just need to take more care when you're dashing, I guess, is what they're trying to teach you. But you are right. I think it needs to be down a little bit.
Yeah. I was mentioning to Jordan earlier that in a game where touching enemies is like the center focus and the only way you can kill them, you should be able to take more damage just in case you like make a mistake, or just in case the game makes a mistake at that. So one other thing that I didn't quite like about it is in the boss fight with Mighty No. 5, when the way the boss fight works, and the way I assume it's always going to work with every boss fight, is you do a certain amount of damage, and then he becomes able to be dashed at. I guess is the best way to word it. Yeah,
you're absorbing when you dash. You absorb something.
Right. I had a lot of trouble like guessing when I would be able to dash like soon enough. So like I'd shoot at him a bunch, and I'd dash at him because I expected his life bar to be down enough to dash at him, you know. But it turned out it wasn't. And that's because I couldn't tell when his next, like, absorption open... I don't know how to, like, word this. I don't know the word for the absorbing.
Like, all I know is that, like, it's every, like, quarter of a bar, basically.
Yeah.
Is how I eventually figured it out, basically.
It seemed to be like 4, 5, 6 times that you did it to him. I don't really remember because I did it to him so many times because I died so much. But
I still have yet to beat it, but
yeah.
The bosses are going to be very interesting based on their patterns, because their patterns are going to make the boss fights really tough.
Definitely.
Mighty number 5 is, I'm going to say he's probably like the grenade man.
Yeah,
if I want to say it, he's gonna be like the grenade man of the classic series.
The
I guess
specialist.
Like he uses like weapons like guns and explosives and like missiles. I guess somehow he's got missiles, but he also has a one-shot kill as well.
Yeah, or at least it seems to be that way.
Yeah, because I don't know. Like, I guess you take a lot of damage during the boss fight, so I guess it might not be a one-shot kill, but it seems like it.
Right. So, like, my big nitpick with that boss fight is I want to be able to see the sections of his health bar. While
you kind of mean like Azure Striker?
I don't know. I haven't seen any gameplay.
Well, Azure Striker, the boss's health is split into 3 separate bars.
Right. Yeah, like that. Except, like, not necessarily the way that game works, where like every bar has a different form or whatever.
Yeah, it has a different move added to the moveset.
I just want to be able to know when I'm going to be able to dash at it. That's just probably my biggest nitpick with the game is that boss fight's health bar needs to be a little more fleshed out than how it was.
I'm sure that's obviously going to be changed.
Maybe.
Because I'm sure that's already been said in the Mighty number 9 forums. I haven't been on there to look at beta stuff yet because I hadn't been in the beta until last night at like 5 in the morning or some shit like that. So I've been trying to avoid the beta
like spoilers and stuff?
Like spoilers and all that stuff, because of the reason being that I wanted to experience it for myself and not watch anybody. But you can actually, between the two of us here, we can actually email them based on and give them beta feedback. So
yeah, definitely.
They are very open. That's the thing about this beta, is they are very open to listening to people.
Yeah, it seems to be that way.
The Mighty number 9 team has asked the Beckers for a lot of input. Like, we decided we decided the little robot dude that comes out and helps you.
The Eddie of the game.
Yeah, well, he's throughout the entire game, dude.
Yeah, I know.
But we as the community of Mighty number 9, or the Beckers for short, we decided a lot of this stuff. Like, we even decided the start screen. So the Mighty number 9 team is more than willing to listen to their supporters, and that's more that can be said of any dev at this point.
Right.
So
it definitely seems like they want this game to be what we want it to be, which is really, really impressive, and definitely I don't know if I'd say ambitious, but like very special, I'll say.
Well, I think what they're envisioning is, well, I know Mr. Inafune really wants this to go well.
Definitely.
I think
he wants this to like be. I can tell it, like, he wants this to be the like revival of the Mega Man like
genre, I guess.
Yeah, either that or like the fan base. He wants this whole like jump and shoot man thing to return.
Yes.
Unlike Capcom.
Yeah.
And he knows we want that too. He clearly knows that we want that too. So.
Yep.
It's very neat.
It's. I think though, it's going to be very interesting when the final full game comes out. I can already see the as a past speedrunner, if you want to say that, of Mega Man X games. I can see the very good possibility that game is going to be speedrun like crazy.
Oh, definitely.
You're
definitely going to be one to speedrun it as well.
I'm going to give it a try for sure once I can get a solid pattern down for that boss.
Right.
And actually kill him. But
By the way, I have beaten Mighty Number 5, and there's like a really cool ending animation.
Yeah, I haven't beat it yet. It's just because how his boss fight works and stuff, and how much damage Beck takes.
Right.
But I'm going to work at it probably like right after this, most likely, because footage is a thing. I really enjoy the beta. I don't know. It took me about 3 days to work out with the guys over at the Mighty Number 9 team to get my key, because I've upgraded my pledge after the fact of the original Kickstarter. So it took me about 3 days to get my key, but I think the wait was completely worth it.
So yeah, I think this pretty much just wraps up our thoughts on Mighty Number 9, the beta, or at least the first level. We're probably going to give more thoughts as more levels come out.
That reminds me, in the beta, I think I just read on the forums, since I was just clicking around here just to see what's going on. Rumor has it there is going to be 3 different levels in the beta.
Awesome.
So there's going to be, apparently the Mighty Numbers that are going to be in there are Mighty Number 2's level, of course.
Good.
Mighty Number 2, Mighty Number 6, and Mighty Number 3.
Awesome.
So that's going to be, aka that's going to be the Girl Electric Mighty Number.
Okay.
That's Mighty Number 3. The guy that you see in the footage that's playing right now, which is Mighty Number 2. And Mighty Number 6 is the one I was actually hoping that was going to be in the beta right at the start. The Zero Mighty Number.
Oh really? I thought that was 7.
That's Mighty Number 6.
The one that looks like 0?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure if it's not, I could be mistaken. But I believe that's Mighty Number 6.
Alright.
If it's not, then I don't remember which one Mighty Number 6 is.
Be sure to rip Jordan's asshole open in the comments if it's
pretty
not
much.
Mighty Number 6. So yeah, I think that pretty much wraps everything up. Unless you want to say anything else, Jordan?
Is there much else to say other than, if you guys haven't already, please go ahead and support this game. If you already haven't, we'll flash a link on the screen or something here. If you don't know what it is, it's www.mightynumber9.com/support, and you will be able to either pre-order, or you can actually get your beta right now for the $80 tier.
Yep. And definitely go to their Kickstarter and support their other stretch goals, which add Japanese and English voice acting, which would be very nice. For 200,000 is the first stretch goal, and right now it's only at about 20,000, almost 20,000. So that's not doing so well. And
no.
we need to get that up.
I actually bought Bailey, my friend Bailey here, and my friend Motley a copy through the new pre-order, which is towards the shout outs to Motley, towards the English and voice acting. So I've paid about $40 into the project fund so far. Besides what I did to upgrade my pledge to get beta.
Jordan pretty much got a job to support this game.
Pretty much.
So yeah, this is Glowsilv Games. Be sure to subscribe if you like this video and you want more coverage on Mighty Number 9. So we might upload the entire levels, like every level that comes out as it comes out. I am Bailey from Glowsilv Games.
And I'm Jordan from Glowsilv Games.
And we'll see you guys later.
See you later.